Hi everyone, let's talk about the secret to happiness in 2021.
Micah!
The secret to happiness is extremely simple. It's acceptance. I know, that's disappointing. Who wants to hear from some random Trinidadian content creator that the secret to happiness is accepting that you have a shitty job, or accepting a body that you are not comfortable in, or accepting the fact that you live in a country that's frequently overlooked? But here's the thing, with 100% certainty, I can say that you already know that the secret to happiness is acceptance. Because I already knew that the secret to happiness was acceptance. It's just that I could not accept that acceptance was a secret. Now, I just want to dive into a story of my own to make this a little bit more relatable to you, the viewer, whoever's watching this, in terms of something that I had to learn to accept for myself. Trigger warning, I'm going to be talking about body issues, and it's not going to be the most positive thing. I have hyperpigmentation everywhere. On my face, on my neck, my arms, my legs, where the sun doesn't shine, everywhere. And it was getting really bad until I found a solution. The solution was, if I don't focus on the areas that have the worst hyperpigmentation, I'd feel better, wouldn't I? So that's what I practiced for some days, and of course it worked because I'm not focusing on the issue. I'm just living my life. If I look in the mirror, I don't look at it for too long. If I'm showering, I don't look at certain parts of my body for too long so I don't feel bad about it. And I was going well. Here's the thing though, you can't avoid looking at certain parts of your body forever. Someday, you're gonna have to shave or something, and you're gonna have to look at your face a little bit longer, or you just take a blasted slower shower, or you just look at yourself in the mirror longer than usual. You pass in the mirror and you see something, and the thought comes to you, and the thought happens like that, where it's just like, I hate this about myself. I hate this. Why does this look like that? And that's how it was for me. Not focusing on what was my reality was not changing anything. I was just avoiding the problem instead of accepting the problem and accepting that I hated this. Because I used to think that acceptance meant that I was saying that I am okay with this. I thought it meant that I was basically giving permission or allowance for things to be the way they are. And acceptance to me felt very passive. So I didn't want to passively accept that, hey, I have this hyperpigmentation, because I would feel like that would be me saying I'm okay with it. But acceptance is not saying I love this is how I want things to be from now till the end of time. Acceptance is more so saying that this is the reality. This is it. Like, this is the state that I'm in currently. So I'm not going to be surprised when I look in the mirror and I see a body part that's 10 shades darker than another. When I wear short sleeve jerseys, there's a definite line that shows the difference in hue, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. I kind of avoid short sleeve jerseys now because of it. But not looking at it right now, this is not a solution. Wearing this long sleeve shirt is not a solution. This is what I was practicing before. Acceptance is wearing that tank top that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. It is even wearing that short sleeve that makes you uncomfortable. Wearing those colors that make you uncomfortable, that kind of highlight the hyperpigmentation even more. These are things that I did not want to do, and I just avoided it. But I avoided the problem instead of accepting the problem. I don't like this, I don't like that. When you don't accept your reality, you become angry at your reality. And I noticed that I was becoming an angrier person. It wasn't just because of the fact that I had bad hyperpigmentation. It was the fact that I'm currently in a work environment that's not my preferred work environment. That was upsetting me, and I didn't want to accept that reality. I didn't want to accept where I am in my career, where I am on YouTube, the fact that I don't even have 5,000 subscribers going into 2021. I really wanted that, Accepting that there are 19-year-olds who are buying apartments in LA, and I am 24 years old, living con mi madre. And I was just fighting a lot of those realities or aspects of reality, and it just made me a really angry person. So what made me feel better was just accepting that, hey, I'm 24 and I still live with my mother. Hey, I have hyperpigmentation. I'm still sexy. Hey, I'm not as far along on my career, even though I've been doing this for years and years and years, because I didn't know myself. That's a reality, so get to know myself. be a better worker. I also had to accept responsibility for the fact that I'm not as far along as where I want to be because I didn't know where I wanted to go. I just followed little inklings and trends and whatever to try to get me to where I want to go. This is where I want to go. This is some of the content that I'd like to create, personal development stuff. I still want to be a pop star, but I can't just, I have to accept that there are a bunch of parts of me that I want to put on the internet. And if some people don't like it, they don't like it. I have to accept that some people won't watch certain things. And it's just, you feel better, I feel better, knowing that this is the reality, and this is the reality that I'm going to be living with, and I'm going to try my best within. I'm not going to be complacent. I'm not going to be upset that I don't have 5,000 subscribers. I'm going to accept that I don't and work so that I do. Hyperpigmentation is a cosmetic issue that can be corrected, and I'm very fortunate that right now you can't see anything. You from this video, you don't know that I have that. Thank you, camera. But that's one thing that helps me, but also there's cosmetic things you could do to deal with that. So I could accept it now, but I could change it as well. And I think that's a misconception I had about acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean you don't want to change your current reality. And I think if you take anything from this video, that is what you should take from it. Acceptance does not mean that you are living in your highest reality. It does not mean that you are living in your preferred reality. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to do anything to change it if you can. Acceptance is not a passive thing, it's a very active thing. It's very active to decide that, okay, these things that are bothering me, I'm going to accept them so that I can move on. That's an active process because it's going to bother you daily. I'm bothered every time I look in the mirror. Every time I take off clothes, I'm bothered. But I have to accept it. You know? That's just something I wanted to talk about, something that was on my heart. Acceptance is the key to being happier, because acceptance doesn't make you a millionaire. It's not a false promise. It's just simply sitting back and being like, okay, this is my reality. So that's what I want you to do for 2021. Don't just sit and complain and whine and hate every situation that you're in. Accept it and then look for ways to change it, because acceptance is really the gateway to new action. And new action is what really changes your life. Acceptance is the gateway and you need it. But what really changes your life is inspired action, habits, routines. But thank you so much for watching. I'm on my personal development bullshit this year. I'm sorry. I was on it in 2020, but I didn't commit to it because I didn't think people cared. But I'm on it. I'm on it for the ride. And you're going to get personal development and you're going to get music. And that's just who Micah is at the moment. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what practices, what mindset shifts, what beliefs are you taking into 2021 to make it a better year for you. I have a recommended video for you here that you can go and check out. Thank you so much. I apologize for the video. Anyway, insecurity aside, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, ministers!